All right, welcome to it, the Plan B After Show podcast. Brock Hunter.
Ding, 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 ding.
It is your web exclusive podcast. That's right, and we're going to get right to it. It's time for another Back in the Day. Back in the day, August 8th, 147 years ago in 1876, Thomas Edison received a patent for his mimeograph. A lot of us dealt with that when we were younger, but not anymore. Obviously, anymore. It was like reprinted, like assignments, like with purple ink. You remember those?
No,
No,
really.
That was probably earlier on in our childhood. They
What's
probably
the one
got rid
that
of
they
them quickly.
peeled apart?
Yeah, I believe it's that one. I believe it's that
yeah, I
one.
do remember
Yeah.
that. God, that's
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah, old school.
What was the old one with the? God, it was the paper where it had the serrated sides on each side. You tear each side off. God, what was that?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And yeah, what was it? Don't they use it on they use it on something else too?
It was like
It's like pink. Sometimes it's pink and white.
Yep. I know what you're talking about. Well, doesn't it have it's the transfer, right? So
the
you
transfer
write on it,
paper or whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, old school. Did you ever have to take tests on what was it? Like a punch? Was it like some kind of like a punch machine or something?
Well, no, we never had to do. Well, maybe when we were younger, but I mean, we always had you had to fill in the fill in the circles, and you had to do it right, or it wouldn't read it right, or something
ABACABB.
That's the blood code for.
It is Mortal Kombat, right? Never got me A's. Never got me A's.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot different than it is now, for sure. But yep, so much paper. Think about how much paper was wasted.
It was hard to cheat with those because you lose your there's so many dots on that person's paper. Yeah. You can get like the you were going fives. Is that what?
You start looking at it too long. You're trying to look side eye at the kid next to you, and you start it's like the magic eye thing. All of a sudden, now you start seeing shapes and everything.
You start to get dizzy, right? It's like you're going cross-eyed for too long. Exactly. Your eyes start to hurt.
Well, see, because you had to go so fast too, because you had to go back to the teacher, back to the sheet, back to the teacher, back to the sheet. It never worked.
He's kind of put your head down like this.
Dude. Thought we were being so sly.
So slick.
Hands down.
Yeah, why don't you just study? Why don't we just study? Because we didn't want to study.
Fuck that, dude. Here's where I'm at and I have nothing but respect for our teachers, and they have just been they've been just short-strawed forever. My dad was a teacher for 21 years, and he was an amazing teacher. He taught high school and everything. The problem is it's the system. We're not teaching necessary things. All right. Now, I'm not saying we don't learn a little history. Science is great, all these things. But, dude, there's so much shit from school that I have not applied to my life whatsoever. And that, I think, is a problem. Not to mention, too, teachers buying their own fucking school supplies for their kids. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane. You know what I always thought? This is for real. This is a serious thing. And I think this should be a subject. And I'm all for it. I thought of this during the whole suicide thing, but why isn't there a self-worth class?
Yeah.
A class that teaches you self-worth.
Yep.
It kind of teaches you everything around it too. How valuable you are. How, the odds of you being here in this class.
You know what? That's a great, and to almost like even a social media class on there as well, to show kids this isn't real.
All right.
This isn't real.
And what is real? These people next to you, these people you're talking to, that you're creating friendships with and memories with. That's real.
Do some examples, not obviously of what kids posted. Be like, all right, so here we see an example of some cyberbullying. Hey, Jessica, I want you to say that to Becky's face right now.
Yeah.
Say those exact words, right? It's different. And but to hop onto yours, I think absolutely.
Yeah, self-worth. Self-worth. That's what I would call it. Something in that regards.
Tell you what, that was more. I think that's more important than learning about the War of 1812.
Hey, we can learn about that for a few days. That's fine.
Yeah.
But let's. What about a self-enlightenment class? One day we might do yoga, or we might meditate one day, or we might, talk about, just I don't know. There's so much involved with it you could do, to make make kids feel good and feel good about themselves.
Yeah, I think foreign language is important in school. I think like we did a home ec in middle school. We had home ec.
Yeah, we did too. Learn how to cook.
We baked. We did do a check writing, which I do remember. That was important and everything. Well, not anymore. But what I'm saying though is that now they should teach kids about like handling a checking account.
Right.
You know, handling savings. Why savings is important. You know what I mean?
Here's how you Apple Pay.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, think about it. It's right. You just swipe your card. All right.
That's today's lesson.
But also I didn't mind that. I learned how to sew. I think that's more important than again. Fucking some of the classes, communications is a big class. Public speaking, I think, is super important because so many kids nowadays don't know how to public speak or make eye contact.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the more you do, the better. I mean, you got your subjects, but your common 5, 6, 7 subjects that you go through school. Like you can expand it more than that, right?
Yeah,
like it's science for a full year. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Let's go out and like learn how to, make a bow and arrow or something, or let's learn about something else today. It's too, I don't know. I haven't been in a while either though. So maybe
too rigid.
Has changed.
I know there's definitely some new waves of thinking, but again, it just comes down to the system. It's just, this is how it's always been. And basically it just became a place for a long time. And it still is, and we're still working on it. But it was almost just a place to keep kids out of trouble while their parents worked. And I think that's the wrong way to look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Kind of look at it as like a daycare, but till 18 years old.
We'll teach you some things, but nothing applicable in the real world once you're all done. Right?
Right.
I don't know.
We got a lot of time to fill. So
yeah. But too, though, going into history, not dogging history, if someone's interested in it, well, then let them take it. Don't make it necessary. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm not a teacher. Thank God.
That's some good points, though.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else we got? Back in the day, 49 years ago, 1974, President Nixon announced he would resign following new damaging revelations in the Watergate scandal. I am not a crook. God, that was only 49 years ago. That seems like forever ago.
Wait, say that again? What?
Nixon announced that he would resign following new damaging revelations in the Watergate scandal. I am not a crook. That whole thing.
I've seen a little bit on that. I know a little bit about it, but not much, to be honest.
Yeah, basically all these tapes, because Nixon was super paranoid. He recorded everything in the Oval Office. Unfortunately, that came back to bite him in the ass because now all of these uncouth conversations that he had got out to the public.
You moron. Why would you do it? You're recording it.
But again, it's that power. That power gets to your fucking head, man, and you think you can get away with anything. You think just because you're the president, you can get away with it.
It definitely breaches everybody, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody with like power, money and power that it hasn't breached where they're just normal?
Have you seen recently the whole thing with Mitch McConnell?
Mm-mm.
So Mitch McConnell, the turtly looking congressman who's just a real piece of shit. So he's 80 years old. 80 years old, and he's still in office, mind you.
Yeah.
What the fuck is an 80-year-old still doing in office? Second of all, so recently he had like he was giving a speech, and all of a sudden he just like froze, and like he stopped talking, and like kind of like, and everyone's like, holy shit, did this guy like just have a stroke? Like, what's going on? Like he just fucking glitched out. Well, again, because he's 80. Well, he was recently doing like some kind of speech or whatever for his constituents, like actual other Republicans, and he's getting drowned out by the chants of retire. So, and he's sitting there just still talking, just still going and everything. Literally everyone in the office yelling, retire. But dude, 80 fucking years old. What does he have in common with us? Fucking nothing, dude.
You know what? That's how it's always been, and he's still. No. It's just people just need it.
There was something on Reddit the other day, and I know you and I don't talk politics a lot. I mean, I enjoy learning about it, and I enjoy discussing it in a sense of things that need to change with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something on Reddit like, what do you think about putting retirement limits at 75 on Congress and people in office? I think it should be 65. I think because you get to a point when you're that old. What the fuck is an 80-year-old Mitch McConnell doing to help me? Nothing.
I totally agree with you, but I guess it's hard to put an age on it because, hey, it's very, very few probably, but there might be a super sharp 80-year-old guy. Sometimes I feel like older the wiser to a point.
Mm-hmm.
But 80 though, I mean, you should have to. It's like retaking your driver's ed test. You should be reevaluated. When Biden's up there sometimes, and I'm not ripping on Biden, but you're like, dude, is this guy alive? Is he still there?
But you know what? You kind of can't I
got a point though.
Like, when's the last time, other than Obama was the last one that we had that's like, okay, this guy kind of knows.
I can relate.
I can relate. And not because he's playing basketball or this. No, because he's near my age and he understands what our generations. Mitch McConnell was born in where was he born? Mitch McConnell. He's 81. So why does it not say?
What if this is this going to happen? Where the young, outstanding, smart individual who has a great stance, great mind, comes along and is just it's so good that everybody votes for this person because we're just so sick and tired of the Trumps, the Bidens, the 95-year-olds.
Dude, it won't be
like this. Can that happen? Is that possible?
It won't be until, and again, I mean this in the nicest way. It won't be until the boomers are all dead and gone or can't run for office anymore.
Why? Because they can't let go?
They can't let
go.
What's
the problem?
They've had it so good for so long. Like,
I'm going to use one person as an example. Yep. What if Mr. Beast comes in and runs?
I think he would do a great job.
I think he would do a great job too. What if Mr. Beast with his trillions of dollars comes in and says, hey, you know what? This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I have all the money in the world. Yep. And apparently that's what makes things run around here. Mm-hmm. So here you go. Here's your money. Yep. The fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm taking over and we're going to change things. Things are going to change for the better. I'm young. I'm smart. We're going to change some things.
Yeah.
Can that happen? That's the question
it will eventually. And because we're starting to see it with some of these younger guys like Buttigieg and some of these other younger political people, as long as they don't get corrupted by the other older people and get them into it. Politics will always be greasy and grimy and everything like that. And I mean, think of, like you said, Howard Dean literally got ousted because he yelled. I mean, you know what I mean?
Or here's another question. Will it never happen because anybody smart enough knows who wants to do that?
To stay out of it? You'd hope that maybe some people who really want to make some changes and do that. Well, Bernie Sanders, for example, here's a guy who has been dogged his entire political career because what? He wants people to have affordable health care and he wants people to have a livable wage. And they're like, fuck that. He's what's the word? Oh, he's a radical. What? No, it sounds like he just wants people to be happy. No, I'm not saying everything Bernie Sanders says is right. Again, I know people will probably be like, oh, whatever. I'm not saying everything, but it's like to just completely dog this guy and not even have a chance because
is another question with politics. Do you always have to have an opinion on everything? Can you take a general stance and say, hey, you know what? Okay, let's just think about it. I know this is a tough subject. And there's people on each side. I'll sit here in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk and I'll let you talk. But you both have to trust me.
But see, you
both have to look at me like, hey, you know what? At least this guy fucking knows. Like he has a mind for it,
See, now that's what the president's supposed to do. But then again, everything is swayed by money and power and well, we need to do well in the primary. So we're going to do, it's a fucking mess. So here, to kind of wrap this up, Mitch McConnell was born in 1942. Hunter, what does a guy born in 1942 have in common with us? Not a fucking thing. But yet he is there voting on rules that affect us and will affect us long after he's dead. Yeah. That's wild to me. That's fucking wild.
You know what's wild? The only thing that's going to change it is the reset.
Yeah.
That's the scary, sad ending. And it really is. It seems like that's the only way.
Yeah.
Which nobody wants. I don't want a war. Nobody wants. Can we all just settle this peacefully and just be like, hey?
Nope, it's been too long. That's what gets me. I'm just so worked up that like us as a species, like it's very simple. It's very simple. All right. We just want everyone, for some reason though, it's a crazy thing to say. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we just all just fucking get along? Nope.
Oh God.
81 years old, and he's still making laws for us. He's still making things that affect people's lives.
There was something I read. There's something with aliens that had something to do with like a message or something that somebody got. This is some conspiracy shit, but it's had something to do with the other species saying you guys have so much and you're ruining it all in that aspect of some sort. Like you have no idea what you have and you're ruining it all.
Yeah.
And that it's not the exact quote, but in that aspect, that's what it was saying. And it kind of made you think like, damn it, like we really do. If we just work together, we could be so much farther ahead.
We should be so much
ahead. Happier and so much richer in all ways with health, with food, money, happiness. We could be so much richer.
Yep.
But damn it, people are just me. It's me.
Yep.
That's all about what I need and what I want.
Yep.
I don't know. That's it.
That's it. Yep. Everybody love everybody. All right. And Mitch McConnell fucking retire, dude. Jesus.
Wrap it up.
81 years old. All right. I'm trying to. I don't think anything else really happened.
There's a bunch of old guys.
A bunch of old guys. A bunch of fucking old guys. That's what it is. So. All right. That is your Plan B After Show podcast, web exclusive. We'll see you next time.
Hey, we're old guys.
Hey, we're getting there. And you know what? I'm to a point where when I get old, put me out to fucking pasture, okay?
Walk me out to the woods.
Yeah. All right. I'm driving slow down the road. All right. Yeah. I'm taking forever at the checkout line. Fucking send me out to pasture, man. Yeah. And I'll understand. I'll be like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm making everything difficult for everyone. I'm going to go. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And bye. See you later. All right. We'll see you guys later.